Have you ever thought about what it truly takes to keep love and intimacy alive as we grow older? As the years pass, relationships naturally change. While some may worry that aging means sacrificing connection, passion, and trust, the truth is that it doesn't have to. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the powerful ways mature couples like Jane and John can build even deeper emotional bonds, reignite the spark of intimacy, and navigate the unique challenges of aging together. You'll learn how small gestures like a simple touch or a meaningful glance can make all the difference to your partner, why trust and authenticity are more important than ever before, and how mutual respect and emotional freedom become the foundation of lasting love. Stay with us until the end, because we'll also explore some of the often overlooked keys to creating a relationship where both partners feel safe, valued, and truly free to be themselves. Whether you're in a long-term relationship seeking to strengthen your own or simply interested in the evolving dynamics of love, this video is packed with insights that could change the way you think about intimacy and connection at any age. Trust me, you won't want to miss a second, because the best ways to nurture love and respect as we grow older may surprise you. If you haven't already subscribed, I highly recommend doing so and turning on the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. Your support means the world to me, and if you enjoy this video, please help spread the word by liking and sharing it with your friends and family. If this topic resonates with you, please comment 1 below. If not, feel free to comment 0 and let me know how I can improve and make better content for you. Alright, let's dive in. First truth: women, especially in their later years, value emotional depth above all else. As time passes, the way we view love and relationships transforms, particularly as we grow older. For women, especially those in the later years of life, the meaning of connection and affection changes drastically. In our younger years, society often places a heavy emphasis on outward displays of love, grand romantic gestures, expensive gifts, and a focus on physical attraction. We are conditioned to believe that love is all about how things look on the surface, about what others can see and admire. But as we enter the later chapters of our lives, a profound shift happens. The shallow, fleeting expressions of love become less important, and what truly matters becomes crystal clear: emotional depth. For women like Sarah, who is in her late 60s, emotional depth is no longer just a desire, it is the bedrock upon which any meaningful, lasting connection is built. Gone are the days of flashy romantic declarations and elaborate surprises. What women like Sarah yearn for now are those quiet, unspoken moments of genuine connection, the moments where someone truly listens, not just hears. When John, her partner, takes the time to listen intently to what she has to say, when he asks about her day and genuinely cares, it's those small, thoughtful acts that make her heart swell. These moments of attention, simple as they may seem, speak volumes, more than any extravagant gesture ever could. They create a bond that is rooted in trust, understanding, and mutual respect. What Sarah needs most in her relationship is not a constant parade of words, though words of love are certainly important at times, but a profound, unshakable sense of being heard and understood. It's about a connection that goes beyond the superficial, a connection that is felt deep within. This bond doesn't hinge on grand romantic proclamations. It's about how John shows up for her day after day in small, often unnoticed ways. When he listens without interrupting, when he offers support without being asked, Sarah feels an immeasurable love. She doesn't need to hear "I love you" constantly. What she needs is for John to show her that love in actions, in the quiet consistency of his care. But emotional depth alone isn't everything. As women age, there is another critical need that comes to the forefront: autonomy. After years of navigating life's ups and downs, women like Sarah have spent decades building their own identities, finding their own voices, and carving out lives that are uniquely their own. By the time they reach their later years, they cherish their independence more than ever. They do not want to be controlled or smothered. What they crave is respect for the lives they've built and the individuals they've become. Autonomy in this stage of life is not just a desire, it's a necessity. For those who love women like Sarah, understanding this autonomy is not just important, it is essential. There is an emotional maturity in recognizing that your partner's independence is a vital part of who they are. Supporting them doesn't mean imposing your will, but rather respecting their space, their choices, and their needs. It's about standing beside them without the need to change them. Small gestures, like a simple nod of approval, a heartfelt compliment, or the quiet sharing of a moment without needing to fill the space with words, carry far more weight than most people realize. These actions, often overlooked, say more than any gift or grand declaration could. They are an acknowledgement that you see your partner as they are now, not just as they once were. You see them as an individual with their desires, dreams, and goals, and you honor that. When both partners understand the importance of respecting each other's autonomy while nurturing emotional depth, the relationship flourishes naturally. For women like Sarah, these small acts of respect, these unspoken moments of affection, become the foundation upon which trust is built and love is nurtured. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up for each other in meaningful ways, even in the smallest actions. In the delicate balance of respect, emotional depth, and autonomy, love becomes something much deeper, something more lasting. And for women like Sarah, this is the kind of love they've always wanted, the kind of love that grows stronger with each passing year. Women like Carol, intimacy is not merely about physicality, it's about feeling seen, cherished, and connected. The assumption that aging automatically leads to a loss of desire or intimacy is not only misguided but deeply unfair to the many women who, as they grow older, still crave and need meaningful sexual connections. Many men underestimate how crucial this aspect of life remains. There's this unfortunate, almost dismissive belief that with age, the need for intimacy fades away, replaced by a more subdued, quieter connection. But for women like Carol, this couldn't be further from the truth. Intimacy remains a cornerstone of feeling valued and appreciated as a partner. What changes, however, is the nature of this intimacy. It's no longer about fleeting passion or the physicality of younger years. It's about a connection that transcends time and age. It's about slow, meaningful touch rather than hurried moments. It's about conversations that build anticipation, laughter that bridges the gaps, and a mutual understanding of each other's evolving needs. For Carol, intimacy now carries with it a deeper emotional significance. It's an affirmation that she is still desirable, still beautiful, and still loved. It's about more than just physical pleasure, it's about a profound connection that feeds her soul as much as it nurtures her body. This shift in how intimacy is viewed isn't just relevant to Carol. It's a universal truth for many women in their later years. As society grows more comfortable discussing aging and relationships, the importance of recognizing this evolution in intimacy cannot be overstated. Women like Carol deserve partners who are willing to adapt, to communicate openly, and to embrace the unique joys that this stage of life can offer. Intimacy in these years is not a relic of the past but a beautiful continuation of love, trust, and connection. Carol, this couldn't be further from the truth. They seek a more profound, more respectful sexual bond, one that goes beyond the superficial and taps into the very heart of emotional and physical fulfillment. At this stage of life, it's not about quantity but quality. It's not about fleeting moments of passion but about the deep, lingering connection that intimacy fosters between two people. For Carol and many other women, intimacy in later years is not defined by frequency or performance. Instead, it's a journey of connection where every touch, every shared glance, and every moment together is an opportunity to reinforce the emotional ties that bind. In the later stages of life, intimacy is rooted in love and affection rather than physical prowess. It's the way two people come together, not just physically, but emotionally, creating an unspoken understanding that transcends words. Carol, like so many others, craves those moments of vulnerability and tenderness where both partners can truly let their guards down, showing the depth of their feelings and desires without fear of judgment. It's often the small gestures before and after intimacy that carry the most weight. These are the things that matter: holding hands, gentle caresses, whispering words of reassurance and love. It's not about the act itself, but about creating a safe and sacred space where Carol feels secure, desired, and above all, valued. This is about fostering an environment of trust and deep emotional closeness that envelopes them. The words spoken before and after, the way a partner shows appreciation for her as a person, these are what truly nurture the soul. These acts of kindness and tenderness speak volumes and create a lasting impact far beyond the physical. As we grow older, the very nature of intimacy changes. It's not just about our bodies anymore. It's about our hearts and minds coming together in a harmonious union. The physical aspects of intimacy may evolve, but that doesn't mean the connection has to lessen or diminish. It simply requires an open heart, patience, understanding, and a willingness to adapt to new realities. Ignoring these changes leads only to frustration, alienation, and emotional distance. But embracing them, accepting the changes and adapting together, brings about an intimacy that is even more profound. It proves to both partners that their relationship remains a source of joy, connection, and fulfillment, no matter the passage of time. Women like Carol truly appreciate men who understand that intimacy, especially in later life, is far more than a mechanical act. It is a powerful way to reconnect, deepen their bond, and nurture a relationship that remains passionate, loving, and fulfilling. When a man views intimacy not as an obligation but as a means to grow closer, to nourish both the body and the soul, everything shifts. The act of sexual connection becomes a testament to mutual respect, love, and devotion. It becomes a spiritual and emotional journey that binds the couple even more tightly together, renewing their sense of purpose, connection, and shared joy despite the passing of years. In the end, intimacy for women like Carol is not just about what happens in the bedroom. It's about feeling truly seen and understood. It's about cherishing each other, both in the small everyday moments and the tender, intimate ones that allow love to flourish. The beauty of growing older together is that it allows us to discover new layers of connection, new ways of showing love, and a deeper understanding of what it means to truly be one with another person. Fifth truth: the way is to understand that mutual trust becomes the essential foundation for any intimate or emotional interaction at this stage of life. For women like Linda, trust is the very essence of everything. It is the unwavering pillar upon which they build their relationships, the sacred space where they feel safe, understood, and valued. Over the years, Linda has come to realize just how vital trust is. There's nothing more precious. When we are young, when our hearts are more malleable, betrayal, whether in the form of a lie, an infidelity, or a careless remark, can be brushed off, ignored, or even forgiven in the hope of moving forward. Yet, as the years pass, something shifts deeply within us. We start to see betrayal in a different light. For women like Linda, what once could have been overlooked now feels like a deep wound, one that doesn't just fade with time. It leaves a mark that becomes part of our story, an indelible scar on our soul. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we grow older, our ability to tolerate disrespect diminishes. Linda has felt it, and she isn't alone. She's witnessed enough in her life to understand that the one thing that makes any relationship worth nurturing, whether it's love, friendship, or family, is trust. It is the bedrock of connection. She's learned that she will not settle for anything less. At this stage of life, it's no longer about the grand gestures, the fleeting romantic displays, or the empty promises. What Linda seeks is far more profound. It's the unwavering certainty that the person standing beside her respects her, understands her, and, most of all, can be trusted with her heart. Carol, this couldn't be further from the truth. They seek a more profound, more respectful sexual bond, one that goes beyond the superficial and taps into the very heart of emotional and physical fulfillment. At this stage of life, it's not about quantity but quality. It's not about fleeting moments of passion but about the deep, lingering connection that intimacy fosters between two people. For Carol and many other women, intimacy in later years is not defined by frequency or performance. Instead, it's a journey of connection where every touch, every shared glance, and every moment together is an opportunity to reinforce the emotional ties that bind. In the later stages of life, intimacy is rooted in love and affection rather than physical prowess. It's the way two people come together not just physically but emotionally, creating an unspoken understanding that transcends words. Carol, like so many others, craves those moments of vulnerability and tenderness where both partners can truly let their guards down, showing the depth of their feelings and desires without fear of judgment. It's often the small gestures before and after intimacy that carry the most weight. These are the things that matter: holding hands, gentle caresses, whispering words of reassurance and love. It's not about the act itself, but about creating a safe and sacred space where Carol feels secure, desired, and above all, valued. This is about fostering an environment of trust, of deep emotional closeness that envelopes them. The words spoken before and after, the way a partner shows appreciation for her as a person, these are what truly nurture the soul. These acts of kindness and tenderness speak volumes and create a lasting impact far beyond the physical. As we grow older, the very nature of intimacy changes. It's not just about our bodies anymore, it's about our hearts and minds coming together in a harmonious union. The physical aspects of intimacy may evolve, but that doesn't mean the connection has to lessen or diminish. It simply requires an open heart, patience, understanding, and a willingness to adapt to new realities. Ignoring these changes leads only to frustration, alienation, and emotional distance. But embracing them, accepting the changes, and adapting together brings about an intimacy that is even more profound. It proves to both partners that their relationship remains a source of joy, connection, and fulfillment no matter the passage of time. Women like Carol truly appreciate men who understand that intimacy, especially in later life, is far more than a mechanical act. It is a powerful way to reconnect, deepen their bond, and nurture a relationship that remains passionate, loving, and fulfilling. When a man views intimacy not as an obligation but as a means to grow closer, to nourish both the body and the soul, everything shifts. The act of sexual connection becomes a testament to mutual respect, love, and devotion. It becomes a spiritual and emotional journey that binds the couple even more tightly together, renewing their sense of purpose, connection, and shared joy despite the passing of years. In the end, intimacy for women like Carol is not just about what happens in the bedroom. It's about feeling truly seen and understood. It's about cherishing each other, both in the small, everyday moments and the tender, intimate ones that allow love to flourish. The beauty of growing older together is that it allows us to discover new layers of connection, new ways of showing love, and a deeper understanding of what it means to truly be one with another person. Fifth truth: the way is to understand that mutual trust becomes the essential foundation for any intimate or emotional interaction at this stage of life. For women like Linda, trust is the very essence of everything. It is the unwavering pillar upon which they build their relationships, the sacred space where they feel safe, understood, and valued. Over the years, Linda has come to realize just how vital trust is. When we are young, and our hearts are more malleable, betrayal, whether in the form of a lie, an infidelity, or a careless remark, can be brushed off, ignored, or even forgiven in the hope of moving forward. Yet as the years pass, something shifts deeply within us. For women like Linda, what once could have been overlooked now feels like a deep wound, one that doesn't just fade with time. It leaves a mark that becomes part of our story, an indelible scar on our soul. As we grow older, our ability to tolerate disrespect diminishes. Linda has felt it, and she isn't alone. She's witnessed enough in her life to understand that the one thing that makes any relationship worth nurturing, whether it's love, friendship, or family, is trust. It is the bedrock of connection. At this stage of life, it's no longer about the grand gestures, the fleeting romantic displays, or the empty promises. What Linda seeks is far more profound. It's the unwavering certainty that the person standing beside her respects her, understands her, and, most of all, can be trusted with her heart. This is where men like Mark often miss the mark. They mistake a quick apology, a bunch of flowers, or a grand romantic gesture as a way to erase the damage done by a betrayal. But to Linda and many women like her, betrayal isn't something that can be fixed with a few words or a surface-level remedy. Betrayal is not just a disappointment, it's a profound emotional wound. A wound that is inflicted not just by one single act, but by the cumulative weight of dishonesty over time. Each lie, each broken promise, each hidden truth adds another layer to that scar. And no matter how much time passes, it never fully fades. Linda, having lived a full life, knows the signs. She knows the patterns, the subtle shifts in behavior, the slight evasions that betray an underlying dishonesty. Her heart is finely attuned to these nuances. When something doesn't feel right, she feels it instantly. Once trust has been broken, it's not easy to rebuild. It's not just about giving it time. It's about the emotional labor, the vulnerability, and the transparency required to restore what was once lost. For Linda, regaining trust is no small feat. It requires more than just heartfelt apologies. It demands raw transparency, a willingness to lay bare one's intentions and actions. She needs to see, not just hear, that trust is being rebuilt. Actions must align with words. Promises must be kept, not just made. Every effort must be made to restore the faith that was lost. And this takes time, consistency, and above all, unwavering commitment. For Linda, intimacy at this stage of life is entirely tied to trust. Without it, there can be no real emotional connection, no real depth to the relationship. Loyalty and honesty are paramount for women like Linda. But they go beyond avoiding obvious betrayals. They are about honoring emotional commitments, being there when it counts, offering comfort in times of need, and being a steady presence. Linda doesn't expect perfection. What she craves, what she values, is authenticity. The ability to be consistently reliable, kind, and compassionate. It's the little things, the steady, unwavering support in everyday moments, that form the foundation of trust and intimacy. When Mark and men like him show up in ways that reaffirm trust, they build a space where love can thrive. They may not be perfect, but their commitment to acting with integrity and respect allows the relationship to grow stronger in the face of life's inevitable changes and challenges. Trust becomes the one constant that holds them together. It's what sustains them, even when everything else seems to shift and fade. In this stage of life, where time feels fragile and fleeting, trust becomes the unshakable foundation that holds up every intimate conversation, every shared memory, every quiet moment of connection. It is the bedrock upon which all relationships must be built. And for women like Linda, it is non-negotiable. Without it, there is nothing. Sixth truth: true connection lies in emotional vulnerability and shared understanding. For women like Linda, the barriers to emotional vulnerability have long been fortified by life's trials, heartbreaks, and betrayals. Yet, they have also learned that true intimacy is only possible when those walls come down. In her earlier years, Linda thought vulnerability was a weakness, a crack in the armor that others could exploit. But life taught her a more profound truth: vulnerability is not about exposing weakness. It's about having the courage to show her authentic self. For Linda, and for many women of her generation, the beauty of emotional connection lies in its rawness. It's in the moments when words fail but shared silence speaks volumes. It's in the tearful conversations that peel back years of hurt, unveiling the tender heart beneath. But this kind of vulnerability demands reciprocity. It's not about one person bearing their soul while the other stays guarded. It's about two people meeting each other halfway, willing to share their fears, dreams, and insecurities without judgment or ridicule. This is where many men falter, Mark included. They were raised in a generation that often equated emotional openness with weakness. For Mark, admitting fear or failure feels like relinquishing control, something he's spent a lifetime trying to maintain. But Linda knows better now. She's seen that the men who allow themselves to be emotionally open are the ones who forge the deepest connections. It's not about being stoic or always having the answers. It's about being present, authentic, and real. Linda craves those rare, profound conversations that strip away pretense. She wants to talk about the things that matter, the fears that keep them awake at night, the dreams they've yet to fulfill, the regrets they carry but rarely share. She longs for the kind of emotional connection that feels like coming home, where each person feels truly seen, heard, and valued for who they are, not for who they're trying to be. Mark, however, struggles to reach that depth. It's not that he doesn't care, he does. But years of conditioning have taught him to prioritize logic over emotion, solutions over understanding. When Linda shares her feelings, Mark often rushes to fix the problem instead of simply listening. But Linda doesn't need solutions. She needs understanding. She needs Mark to sit with her in her discomfort, to to acknowledge her pain without trying to erase it. She needs him to say, "I hear you, and I'm here for you," instead of, "Here's how to fix it." This shift requires courage and intentionality. It requires Mark to confront his own fears of vulnerability, to let go of the need to always be strong and allow himself to be human. When Mark does this, when he opens up about his own struggles, admits his own fears, and shares his own dreams, something magical happens. Linda feels the walls between them begin to crumble, replaced by a deep and unshakable bond. This is the kind of connection that can't be bought or forced. It's the kind of connection that grows out of mutual respect, shared vulnerability, and a commitment to truly knowing and accepting each other. For Linda, this level of intimacy is the ultimate form of love. It's not about grand gestures or fleeting passion, it's about the steady, unwavering presence of someone who truly understands her heart. And when Mark embraces this truth, he not only strengthens his bond with Linda but also deepens his own capacity for love and connection. Together, they create a relationship built on emotional honesty, mutual support, and unyielding trust, a connection that stands the test of time. Seventh truth: authentic connection is built on shared growth and mutual support. In the later stages of life, growth is no longer about chasing achievements or accumulating material success, it's about evolving as individuals within a relationship. For women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah, true intimacy isn't just about the moments they share, it's about who they are becoming alongside their partners. Shared growth happens when both partners actively contribute to each other's well-being, helping one another navigate life's challenges and joys with compassion and understanding. It's about learning together, not just from mistakes but from experiences, embracing change as a natural part of the journey. Carol, Linda, and Sarah have seen their fair share of life's complexities, yet they remain open to the idea that love is dynamic and ever-changing. They understand that what worked yesterday may need adjusting today. What stays constant, though, is the commitment to growth, not just as individuals, but as a couple. Mark, Tom, and others like them often face a challenge here. They may view growth as simply something external: career success, financial stability, or societal expectations, but fail to see the depth of emotional evolution required in a long-term relationship. Growth is internal, rooted in understanding one another on a soul-deep level. For Linda, growth is about peeling back the layers, reflecting on past experiences, and evolving beyond them, not just surviving, but thriving in the richness of shared experiences. When Mark takes the time to truly understand her journey, beyond the surface, he supports her in ways that transcend words and actions. Tom, on the other hand, may struggle with this concept. His idea of support might involve controlling or guiding, yet Sarah seeks something deeper. She wants a partner who grows alongside her, not in front of her or behind her. She craves a relationship where both can explore their dreams while being each other's safe haven. This shared growth creates a fertile ground for empathy and mutual understanding. It's in those quiet moments of reflection, when they sit together, recalling memories or discussing future plans, that they cultivate a bond that withstands the shifting sands of time. When men like Mark and Tom embrace this truth, they realize that their love isn't about being a leader or a protector in a traditional sense, it's about being a co-pilot on the journey. They learn to listen more, adapt better, and nurture a space where their partners feel seen, heard, and supported. Carol, Linda, and Sarah have seen relationships fall apart when partners refuse to grow together. They understand that true intimacy is never stagnant, It thrives when both individuals nurture their personal development while remaining deeply connected to one another. Ultimately, shared growth builds a partnership where trust, understanding, and emotional intimacy deepen with every passing year. It transforms relationships into powerful spaces where both partners continue to evolve, creating a legacy of love that extends beyond the present moment. So, what lessons resonate with you the most from these truths? Share your thoughts below, and let's continue the conversation about nurturing lasting, authentic connections. 8th truth: kindness and compassion are the cornerstones of lasting intimacy. As relationships evolve, the small, everyday acts of kindness become just as important, if not more so, than grand gestures. For women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah, true intimacy is deeply rooted in the gentle, compassionate moments shared between partners. Kindness is the foundation upon which trust is built, and compassion is what allows emotional vulnerability to flourish. When Mark, Tom, or other men understand this, they realize that it's the thoughtful gestures, checking in, listening, offering support without expectation, that truly make a difference. Carol finds that simple acts like holding hands during quiet moments or offering a warm hug when life feels overwhelming create a sense of security and comfort. These moments are not about achieving perfection, but about showing genuine care and concern for one another's well-being. Linda reflects on how compassion reshapes intimacy. In her view, it's not just about physical affection, but about showing empathy, being attuned to each other's emotional needs, recognizing the weight of past experiences, and offering a safe space for healing and growth. Sarah, on the other hand, treasures acts of kindness that acknowledge her independence while still offering a soft, supportive presence. Whether it's a simple text asking how her day was or making space for her passions, Tom's ability to show kindness without controlling helps Sarah thrive. However, for many, kindness may seem like a fleeting quality or one that is easily overlooked in the hustle and bustle of life. Yet, for Carol, Linda, and Sarah, these small but significant acts are what truly foster deep intimacy. When kindness is consistent, it reinforces the emotional bonds, making the relationship more resilient in the face of life's uncertainties. Men like Mark and Tom may start viewing their roles through a more empathetic lens, realizing that nurturing kindness is as essential as addressing big life milestones. It becomes about the continuous effort to listen, support, and express affection in ways that are meaningful, not just to fulfill expectations, but to genuinely connect on a soul level. Kindness is also about celebrating individuality. It means offering a partner the space to be themselves while gently encouraging their growth. Whether it's recognizing their triumphs or gently supporting them through hardships, a relationship rooted in compassion becomes a sanctuary where both partners feel deeply understood and appreciated. As relationships deepen, the power of kindness continues to expand. It becomes a lifeline, a way to bridge emotional distances, offer comfort, and sustain the vitality of intimacy through the years. In the end, for women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah, intimacy isn't measured by perfection, but by the unwavering kindness and compassion that partners offer each other. It's in those quiet, tender moments that love takes root and grows stronger, creating a bond that transcends time. What has resonated most with you so far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and share how you plan to incorporate acts of kindness into your relationships. 9th truth: communication is the bridge between understanding and intimacy. Effective communication serves as a vital link between two people in any relationship, but especially in the later stages of life where emotional and physical closeness is deeply desired. Women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah place a high value on being heard, understood, and respected in their relationships. Carol emphasizes how open and honest communication allows her to express her feelings and needs without fear of judgment. It's through heartfelt conversations that she feels truly connected, and the absence of communication can leave her feeling distant and unfulfilled. Whether it's sharing her thoughts on the small details of daily life or deeper reflections on emotions, Carol values a partner who listens attentively and responds with empathy. Linda reflects on how miscommunication has caused rifts in the past, and she understands that clarity is essential. For her, being able to communicate her boundaries and expectations openly is a necessary component of building and maintaining trust. When her partner can effectively convey their intentions, actions, and emotions, it reassures her that the relationship is built on a solid foundation of understanding. Sarah finds that communication goes beyond words. It's the nonverbal cues, the subtle gestures, and the quiet moments of connection that deepen understanding. She appreciates a partner who understands that communication isn't just about talking, but about truly listening and absorbing what is being said on a deeper level. In all cases, effective communication becomes a way to nurture intimacy by bridging the gap between expectations and reality. Women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah crave a space where they can express themselves freely, knowing that their voices are valued. For Mark, Tom, and other men, learning to communicate in ways that resonate emotionally takes practice. It requires patience and the willingness to listen without jumping to conclusions or offering solutions prematurely. True communication is about understanding, not fixing. As couples age together, communication becomes an even more critical tool for navigating complex emotions, life transitions, and shared goals. It fosters mutual respect, empathy, and a sense of security, which are at the core of lasting intimacy. The absence of communication leads to misunderstandings, emotional distance, and a lack of depth in relationships. Yet, when communication is embraced as an ongoing, fluid exchange, intimacy deepens, creating a lasting connection that withstands the tests of time. 10th truth: aging gracefully together requires patience and mutual support. As we grow older, life's complexities deepen, and the demands of time and health may challenge relationships. Women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah recognize that aging together is not just about maintaining physical closeness, but fostering emotional and psychological well-being. Carol, for instance, highlights that aging gracefully means understanding and accepting the natural changes in both partners. Physical changes are inevitable, but they don't define intimacy. What truly matters is the emotional support and connection that accompanies these changes. She values moments where her partner demonstrates patience, tenderness, and empathy, especially during times when she may feel vulnerable or less physically capable. Linda acknowledges that aging requires flexibility and the ability to adapt to new phases of life. She understands that not everything can remain the same, and that maintaining a relationship through change involves an ongoing commitment to mutual growth. This journey is not always easy, but it's through understanding and support that deep bonds are formed. Sarah emphasizes that aging together also involves navigating life's unpredictabilities, health concerns, emotional transitions, and the shifting dynamics of family roles. In these moments, she seeks a partner who stands by her side, offering comfort and companionship rather than pressure or control. She values a relationship where both partners continue to grow individually while supporting each other as equals. For men like Tom and Mark, the challenge is embracing the reality that their partners may need more patience and understanding as they age. The physical act of caregiving, managing emotions, and offering unwavering support becomes a vital part of nurturing a relationship in later years. Ultimately, aging gracefully requires an awareness that love isn't static. It evolves and deepens with every shared experience, every challenge overcome, and every moment of mutual respect. When partners commit to supporting one another through life's inevitable changes, whether they are small or monumental, their bond strengthens. Aging gracefully is not just about enduring the passage of time, it's about thriving together, hand in hand, through every stage of life. 11th truth: communication remains the cornerstone of a fulfilling relationship. Throughout the journey of aging together, clear and compassionate communication remains essential. Women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah emphasize that as we grow older, open dialogue becomes even more crucial. Misunderstandings or unmet expectations can lead to emotional distance, especially during sensitive phases of life. Carol finds solace in having deep conversations with her partner, where feelings, fears, and desires are openly shared without judgment. She believes that staying connected through honest dialogue allows both partners to support one another, even when life throws unexpected challenges their way. Linda stresses that communication isn't just about expressing emotions but also understanding nonverbal cues. As aging may bring health changes or shifts in energy levels, being able to intuitively understand what the other person needs without constant words is powerful. This mutual understanding fosters a sense of empathy and shared trust. Sarah highlights that communication should also create a space for discussing future plans and adapting to new realities together. Whether it's navigating aging parents, shifting priorities, or personal growth, having candid conversations allows partners to move forward as a united front. For men, fostering an environment where both partners feel heard and valued is key. By actively listening and responding with empathy, men can help build stronger emotional bonds that withstand the test of time. 12th truth: intimacy extends beyond the physical realm into shared experiences and emotional understanding. Intimacy, for women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah, is not confined to physical touch alone. It's about shared moments of joy, laughter, companionship, and mutual respect. Over the years, intimacy transforms into a deeper understanding that grows from shared experiences, whether that be simple conversations, travel, or memories created together. Carol finds that intimacy thrives in quiet moments of connection, watching a sunset, reminiscing about memories, or simply holding hands during walks. These are the moments where the emotional bond is fortified and where love takes on its most authentic form. Linda reflects on how intimacy also means supporting each other through life's inevitable emotional storms, grief, uncertainty, or personal struggles. The strength in a relationship, for her, lies in being present for each other during these times, offering comfort and resilience. Sarah sees intimacy as an extension of her personal growth. It's about a partnership where both partners encourage one another to evolve, embrace their individual paths, and experience the fullness of life together. In essence, aging together is a testament to the resilience of love when partners understand that intimacy is a blend of emotional understanding, shared experiences, and unwavering support. 13th truth: connection with community and nature enhances quality of life. For women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah, their connection with nature and community plays a crucial role in nurturing their emotional well-being. As they age, the desire for a deeper bond with the natural world and meaningful relationships becomes more pronounced. Carol finds solace in spending time outdoors, taking walks in the park, tending to her garden, or simply sitting quietly amidst nature. She finds that these moments bring peace and a profound sense of connection to herself. Linda draws strength from her community. She participates in clubs, discussion groups, and community events where she can share experiences, listen to others' stories, and feel supported by people who understand her journey. These connections enrich her life and provide a sense of belonging and understanding. Sarah emphasizes how nature serves not only as a space for relaxation but as a vital part of maintaining emotional balance. She often visits serene spots like lakes, forests, or botanical gardens where she can rejuvenate and feel deeply connected to the world around her. The connection to nature and community provides these women with a safe space where they can freely share, grow, and thrive. This fosters a strong foundation for emotional and physical well-being in the later stages of life. 14th truth: embracing change and new perspectives. As women like Carol, Linda, and Sarah continue to grow older, they recognize the importance of embracing change and adopting new perspectives. Life, with its inevitable ups and downs, presents opportunities for growth, learning, and adaptation. Carol understands that holding on to past beliefs or rigid ideas can limit her personal evolution. She has come to appreciate that change, though sometimes uncomfortable, allows for new experiences and deeper understanding of herself and her surroundings. Linda, too, has embraced the idea of seeing life's challenges as catalysts for transformation. Rather than resisting change, she welcomes it as a way to evolve and redefine what is meaningful to her. She believes that growth comes from embracing uncertainty and stepping into the unknown. Sarah reflects on how her journey has been one of constant evolution. With each passing year, she becomes more attuned to her needs and desires, shifting her focus from societal expectations to what truly nurtures her soul. For Sarah, adopting new perspectives means letting go of preconceived notions and finding fulfillment in the present. In the face of change, these women remind us that flexibility and open-mindedness are essential qualities for a fulfilling life. They teach us that growth is a lifelong process and that staying stagnant leads to stagnation, something they refuse to accept as they continue to live with purpose and intention. 15th truth: the power of forgiveness. As women age, they come to realize the profound importance of forgiveness, not only towards others but also towards themselves. Life's journey is filled with challenges, mistakes, and moments of regret, and as they navigate these, the ability to forgive becomes a cornerstone of emotional well-being. Carol, Linda, and Sarah understand that holding on to resentment only weighs them down. They recognize that forgiveness is not about condoning harmful actions but about liberating their hearts from the burden of anger and hurt. It is through forgiveness that they find peace and healing. For Carol, forgiveness is a way to release past experiences and focus on building stronger, more authentic relationships. She understands that resentment can hinder her ability to fully connect with others, and by letting go, she opens the door to deeper understanding and empathy. Linda reflects on how forgiveness has helped her heal from past betrayals. While the wounds may not disappear entirely, forgiveness allows her to move forward, freeing her from the emotional chains that once held her back. She acknowledges that holding on to past pain only diminishes her present happiness. Sarah, having navigated life's complexities, finds strength in forgiving both herself and others. She sees forgiveness as a form of self-compassion, recognizing that making mistakes is part of being human. Through forgiveness, she creates space for personal growth and self-acceptance. The women understand that forgiveness is a continuous process, It isn't a one-time act but a practice they engage with regularly. It allows them to heal not just from past hurts, but also to maintain emotional balance as they age. 16th truth, embracing change. As women grow older, they learn that change is inevitable, and embracing it becomes essential for maintaining a fulfilling life. Carol, Linda, and Sarah have come to appreciate that resisting change only leads to frustration and stagnation. Carol, for instance, understands that life doesn't remain static. Whether it's changes in health, relationships, or personal goals, she sees adaptability as a strength. Embracing change allows her to explore new experiences and perspectives, enriching her journey. Linda, having gone through transitions in family dynamics and personal pursuits, has realized that change can be a catalyst for growth. She no longer clings to outdated ways of thinking or past comforts, but instead welcomes the opportunities that come with each new phase of life. Sarah views change as a means to continue evolving. She recognizes that each new chapter presents a chance to redefine herself, pursue dreams she may have once set aside, and connect with others in deeper, more meaningful ways. The beauty of embracing change lies in its ability to offer fresh beginnings. Whether it's adapting to a different lifestyle or exploring new passions, the women understand that growth often stems from stepping outside of familiar territory.